he's a Spice King. Oh, na, na, na. Spice King, gonna get you right. Spice King, gonna get you right. Whether morning, noon, or night. Whether morning, noon, or night.
To make this bolognese sauce, we're gonna saute some ground beef in olive oil and we're gonna cook it down until it's nice and golden brown and colorful. And to season it, Spice King's grilled steak and burger for a flame broiled hamburger aroma taste. Next, we're gonna add some fresh puree of garlic that I just made in the blender. And then we're gonna add our ground beef to another hot pot just so it can continue rendering. Now in that same pan, we're gonna add some Georgia smoked sausage, or you can use andouille sausage. We're gonna brown it up a little bit and then add it to the pot with our meat. Now we're gonna save these pan drips because we're gonna use them later. But in that same pan that we sauteed the meat, we're gonna add some pepperoni. We're gonna brown it up a little bit and then we're gonna add it to our pot of the meat. Now, what you want to do is keep stirring it so that it can continue to render. But in the same pan that we sauteed the meat in, we're going to add carrots, onions, red bell peppers, celery, green bell peppers, all those aromatics. And then to our meat sauce, we're going to add 1 can of the San Marzano tomatoes and cook that down and let that continue to cook. Now in our vegetables, we're going to add some tomato paste and we're going to cook it until it's golden brown. You know, color is flavor. So we're going to add all of this to our meat sauce. And I like to cook my meat sauce for about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, just until it's really, really flavorful. So in the meantime, I want you to add a little bit of white wine. I'm using a nice sweet Zinfandel for balance. And I'm gonna add a splash of water in here and fresh herbs. So we're using basil, parsley, thyme, and rosemary. And we're also gonna add a bay leaf in here just to give it some extra and some aromatics. So we're gonna stir this all together and let it cook down for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then it's gonna be super flavorful. Now, once the sauce is nearing its end, I want you to brown some fresh garlic puree in some of the sausage oil that we created earlier. And we're gonna stir it all together. And when you taste it, it's gonna be mind-blowing. You've never had a bolognese sauce like this. I promise it's delicious. Now, after it cooks down, it's time to re-season. So we're gonna add some Spice King steak and burger, some Spice King all-purpose. We're gonna add some Spice King seasoned sea salt. We're gonna add a pinch of nutmeg, and all of this is just gonna make a wonderful sauce. And of course, a little bit of black pepper and the Spice King chicken bouillon for umami. Now for balance, to bring it all together, we're gonna add a spoonful of sugar and some red chili flakes. Now the sauce is nearing its finale. We're gonna add some heavy whipping cream. We're gonna add a little bit more fresh herbs, and we're gonna remove those old hard stems. And finally, to finish it, we're gonna add some Parmesan cheese and a little bit more heavy whipping cream and parsley. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most epic bolognese sauce you've ever had. Pepperoni bolognese, doesn't get any better. Now just want to boil your pasta in some salted water. I'm using a pappardelle pasta, nice wide noodles, which is going to absorb that sauce. And to serve it, we're going to take the pasta out and put it in a saute pan. We're gonna add some whole butter to it, just to season it all up. We're gonna add some fresh parsley and basil. We're gonna stir it all together, and it's gonna coat each and every noodle with some Parmesan cheese on the outside, parsley to garnish, olive oil to drizzle, and it's gonna be epic. You're gonna love it. Sola mia. After this meal, I'm an honorary Italian. I mean, this is so delicious. And if you love Italian food, you love soul food cuisine, listen, this is the perfect fusion. Can't nobody do it like the Spice King. Go on ahead and get yourself some Spice King seasonings. You already know your food is gonna be delicious. And you can go to Walmart, Stop and Shop, Big Y, and Julasco to pick them up.
Spice King, gonna get you right. Spice King, gonna get you right.